If you've been arrested for DUI in Washington, you might be wondering what might happen to your personal driver's license, and that is a reasonable concern. So let's talk about what might happen to your driver's license after an arrest for DUI. First, if you gave a breath test and it's over .080, you will lose your driver's license in 30 days. This is called an administrative suspension from the Department of Licensing, and it's the first of two ways that you can actually lose your driver's license. Now, if you want to challenge this administrative suspension, you have 7 days to request a Department of Licensing hearing. Now, you can do so online or by mailing in the request for DOL hearing that you should have been given by the law enforcement officer following your release from custody. Now, the DOL hearing is scheduled within 30 days of your arrest and is telephonic. It's on the phone. There are only 4 legal issues to be decided. First, was the stop and contact of you and your vehicle valid? 2, was there probable cause to arrest for DUI? 3, were your implied consent warnings properly given and provided? And 4, was the breath test or the refusal of the breath or blood test valid? Now, if you have a DOL hearing many months later after the blood draw actually arrives, then the 4th issue relates to the validity of the blood draw. Now, if you lose the hearing, you will lose your license, or if you don't have a hearing, of course, you will also lose your license. If you wish to drive, though, during the suspension, you can, but you will need something called an ignition interlock license. Now, following the suspension, do not forget to reinstate your driver's license and maintain SR22 insurance for a period of 3 years. Now, the other way you can lose your license, of course, is in court. If you're convicted of a DUI, or if the DUI is reduced to reckless driving, you will still lose your driver's license. Now, if you drive a vehicle for work and you've lost your license, you can still drive that vehicle for work. However, you will need an ignition interlock device in your vehicle and an ignition interlock license. And then you and your employer must complete something called an employer declaration, which will allow you to drive the company vehicle for work-related purposes without the ignition interlock device. Now, of course, there are many more issues and legal concerns about your license that I have not covered in this video, but I have covered in other videos. But the takeaway in this video is you must know how to keep driving and you must know how to defend your license. The most important thing, though, is you must immediately speak with a DUI attorney after your arrest for DUI in Washington. And if you've been arrested or charged with DUI in either Skagit or Whatcom County, please give my law firm a call. The only thing we do in our practice is represent those accused of DUI.